Hey, how we doing, traders? Just wrapping up another trading day. Just wanted to talk to you about a hot sector that I see right now. Everyone's talking about Beyond Meat and what's going to happen with the alternative meat sector. If you really look at the data really speaks that the growth should be there in the next decade. Now, will the stock Beyond Meat be the leader, and will it continue being the leader? For right now, that stock has gone parabolic, has pulled back, and now everyone has the question on, will it go back to 200? So you guys see, the story of Beyond Meat really started with this giant surge, just like kind of we've seen stocks go parabolic like TLRY, DRYS. Um, you got Elfin. There's been a couple stocks that have gone parabolic. Not that many high priced. Right now we have Tesla the Dragon making moves like this. But you got Beyond Meat that made a huge move. It started at $60 here and went all the way up there to $240. That's a huge, massive move. But what ended up happening, guys, is this. So right after that 240 move, we had just as hard of a move down towards the 150. It retraced about $100. People thought it was going to be able to find a bottom there at 150s. It got good news over here when it was popping up here towards 165s. Looked like it was going to come back up there to the 190s. Pushed up there, got up there closer towards 175, and then really started turning away. At that point, you really started seeing the fail, and no buyers really buying it up at that price point, based on pure evaluation. It had one last attempt to spike up here at 160s, and that's when really it just kind of started giving out. This has been on a downturn. I've seen this happen before, and it hasn't end well. So right now, I'm not a believer in this, but a lot of people are. We started getting these technical spikes here. I really think at the end of the day, this is just a push towards a support level. You always got to understand the supports. This is just a push up there towards the support, now creating a resistance there. We'll see if it's going to be able to break out of there. This happened before. I've seen this tail before, and I really don't think it could break out of this trend here that it kind of broke down from. This was the trend right here, and from that point on, we really didn't get that move back up here. So TRY, if we can rewind here, this is just a tale of a very similar stock in my eyes. This is a stock that had a huge drive, went up there all the way up there to 290, came back, started bouncing a little bit, looked like it was going to come back up there in the 190s, 180s, and it started failing. And then it came down, found a further support down here, found that further support, came back for one more attempt right here in this area. We tried one more time and just could not get around it. The evaluation wasn't there. And from that point on, what did you get? Breakdown of support. The stock will have a tendency to come back to those resistance, those prior supports, but it doesn't mean that it's going to get back. At least from my tell of the story, when I've seen these stocks do these kinds of moves, I have not seen it come back. And in the case in TLRY, this never came back. Now, while I do feel that Beyond Meat is the leader in this sector, I just don't know how their evaluation is really going to hold up at these stock prices. These stock prices, we're talking somewhere on the Apple level. And I just really don't see this stock holding up at these levels. Now, let's go ahead and find out what happens to this chart. I'm going to definitely stay in tune. Look forward for another video out later in 2020 about the alternative meat sector and to see if I was right or wrong. Like always, guys, stay tuned with us on Beginner Trading. We always want to go ahead and give you guys all the free resources that we can, whether that be strategy breakdowns, learning a little bit about bigger stocks like we are here in Beyond Meat, or day trading every single day live. Definitely stick with us, traders. Like always, beginner in, beginner out.